AI in innovations and partnerships in clinical research that you're watching closely? And how do you see AI transforming the clinical trial ecosystem? And what strategic initiatives has Biological E adopted in response to AI?
Hi. Am I audible? Okay, great. Fresh off the AI summit, I think anything I say here might be outdated already, but there's so much to be excited about. Personally, I think it's going to be fairly disruptive and transformative. It goes without saying. I mean, the low-hanging fruits will be transactional in finance, in supply chain, to some extent, even in manufacturing. I think we're adopting manufacturing, in our case, vaccine discovery. Even in the past, we've been starting to use genetic design, like looking at the genome sequence, and all of those tools will be used much more. Right now, if you look at the tools for protein folding, particularly for vaccines again, AI has helped us get much more predictive about the epitopes that we, are looking for that are considered immunogenic. So all of that's happening, but I would say that, and clearly in clinical trials, right? So everything from trial design to recruitment to data and statistical analysis and modeling, all of that is going to be compressed. Having said that, especially in our case, the validation is still in animal models or in human trials. That's difficult to compress. So I don't see it playing out so rapidly there, but certainly in all of the other spaces. Yeah, but it's exciting stuff.
Who represents cinema, legacy, and a future-facing storytelling voice, if I may say. Sapna, in legacy business, trust is inherited, but relevance is not. So now that we have the rise of OTT platforms with a global presence, my question is, what did you have to do differently to stay relevant to the new generation of audiences while also maintaining a cultural authenticity?
Well, we're relevant or no? I mean, Joseph, yeah. I mean, being relevant or no is something is up for discussion, because I don't think I'm relevant to a 14-year-old who's a cinema goer. So for me, I think what has been path-breaking for us personally, for me and my sister, is storytelling that's close to heart. I mean, a lot of unlearning that we had to do. I mean, of course, we inherited a great deal of goodwill and a lot of experience from a father. But then 30 years of what he's put in the system is something that we had to fully unlearn and come to terms with the very new age filmmaking. And the day we decided that we will not do something that what market wants and do something that we think is great cinema, we think that we'll go watch it on a first day first show, things have changed for us. I think that's being relevant. I don't know for however long that is, it'll be like that. And yeah, I'm saying, OTTs and all these challenges, people not going to theater so much, all this is there, but then ultimately I think there's something called, there's only one cinema, which is good cinema or bad cinema. It works in all across, and yeah, that's just.
And as a doctor, what advice would you give to women to build a more trusting, more nurturing relationship with their own bodies?
Thank you for a wonderful question. I just have to ask all the women out there, if you don't love yourself, what right we have got to ask others to love us, others to take care of us? So I think first thing is, it is not selfishness, it is the strength. You take care of yourself, it is the strength you're going to give to yourself and to the family. So what I think, what I wanted to tell you is, if you neglect yourself, that's definitely going to affect the physical health, psychological health, and economic burden also. In what way am I saying that? Physical, whatever is the chronic illnesses which have been going, which you have been neglecting, will only worsen. Second, there will be delayed diagnosis of whatever disease which is ongoing inside your body. So by the time you do, the cost which incur, means which would have gone with 1 rupee with a preventive test, you are going to go with, जो सुई से होता है वो हथौड़ा तक जाना पड़ता है. The next thing is psychological. Think that I am fatigued, but I have to show up to people. I am fatigued, but still, the show up and showing up and being there every day is so